They'll lynch you, but he did, and he laughs.
You are different cat. You're different cat of fish.
Hi everybody, West and the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. Friday, another week done. Congratulations. It's going to be a bit of a sticky one today, and there's been and I'll say it again, a barrage of transfer rumours over the last 24 hours. Let's talk about that. As I said, if anyone is new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share. Maybe subscribe to the channel, maybe become a channel member. Who knows? Obviously, we've got at Ham's Headlines tonight, 5 o'clock. Anton will be doing the sort of summary of the Moyes press conference. We'll have the preview show on tomorrow night. Also, we should have the next episode of Holly's Tweet All About It. That'll be out tomorrow, or if not, Sunday. And then we'll have the preview of the actual watch along on Sunday. There we go. Let's quickly go in the chat. I'm just going to zoom through everyone, so I apologise if I don't. I just want to say hello to everyone. I'm not crack on. There's been, as I said, there's been quite a few new rumours come up in the last 24 hours. So I just wanted to and obviously yesterday we did like all the stuff about the latest stuff about the sort of defenders. Hammer's Headlines, we did some stuff about the midfielders. So this is sort of a bit of a hodgepodge in the last 24 hours. Ralph, not a chance. We'll talk about him in a minute. Hope you're well. Gaz in the chat. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Gaza, Brian. We'll keep going for Hossam or see Paqueta. We spoke about yesterday. Everyone's talking to each other. It's nice to see. All right, Evil Boy from Down Under. Hope you're well. It's sticky in Hornchurch today. It's about 30. Well, it's about 30 degrees at the moment. But they reckon it's going to get to 35, and that'll be maybe even 37s over the weekend. Oh God! At least we know those two will be playing on Sunday, as we haven't got it. Indeed, woohoo! We know exactly who's going to be playing apparently. And also I noticed that. I think Forest have they got a bid? They got a bid accepted for Emmanuel Dennis, but I don't think he'll be. Obviously, he won't be signed in time. That's what I've just seen. Afternoon, Dave. Hope you're well. Depay is a pipe dream. There we go. Yep, definitely. Anthony may sell Ollie Watkins. Well, apparently he's not fancied by Stevie G, so we'll see now. Or with all the barrage of new people, we'll be linked with Ronaldo next. Well, he's looking for a new club, isn't he? Dan's in the chat. Pete said this makes it even worse. Adrian's here. It's freezing in Oz at the moment. Oh, be nice. Good training for the England players for the World Cup. They'll be playing indeed. Moyes should be a head coach and kept away from transfers. Oh, Stephen's in the chat. Tom's in. Nothing will happen. Get boring. Hope I'm wrong. Tommy's here as well. Everyone's switching over. I'm seeing any new names. Fred's here. Hugh, hope you're well. Artel, hope you're well. Webley's here. Holly's very jolly, she is. Vito from Sydney. G'day, mate. G'day, sport. Rob's here as well. Jay's here. I hope you're getting on well, Russ. I'm just a bit hot. Should we got the rumours window? It should be. Richard's here as well. We got loads of people here. We got Will, we got John, we've got Fred, who fed up with rumours. Rumours, we are sorry no one else. I'm from Hornchurch. Oh, nice to see him. Not originally, I was really from Loughton, but I moved to Hornchurch. I moved to Romford, then I went to Hornchurch. Garino's here. We've got Papa Smurth, 43 near death experience, crazy. Forest looking to get 25 in before the close indeed. Needs some new blood lively. Oh my God, everyone's talking to each other. Luke's in, I'm just going down. Who's next to the door? No one, moment. Keith's here. Depay, I think we're more capable of signing him. We'll talk about Depay in a minute. Right, anyway, as I said, rumours. Rumour has it. Rumour has it. Give us a thumbs up and give him a like too. Cheers, Pete. Where'd you get all the shirts in the background, mate? Well, most of my own. Well, I ought to, because otherwise, if I didn't, I'd have nicked them. But it's good to see him. Good to hear Matt Otherhouse going to do Notts. Nottingham, not Notts. Nottingham Forest. Don't call it Notts Forest. That's Notts County. Right, okay, let's crack on. Let's do some transfer rumours. Right, we spoke about this guy yesterday quickly. But apparently, according to the report from the Express, Kehrer, I can't know. Kehrer, I don't know how to pronounce him yet. The 25-year-old is open to a switch to West Ham, and it could well be on. I reckon the centre-back is now open to the idea of moving to East London. Good news for us, of course. We know he's absolutely rapid, one of Germany's fastest players, according to Sport Mob. And, I think during his time at Schalke, the Bundesliga website described him as potentially world-class. So he's won the league 3 times, having enjoyed great success at the Parc des Princes, PSG. 25-year-old, exceptional passer as well. 17 million quid is what they want. He's worth a lot more than that. Whether we pay that is another, I think we went in for a 10. I think we got in for another bid, but apparently we've been talking to his agent and stuff as well. So the old Rusty rumour rating on this one, we've spoken about it quite a bit. I've given him was that 7 out of 10 because I could see this one happening. I could see this one happening personally, but we shall see. They haven't dismissed it. Read what they've said. They haven't dismissed it. They've said it could be possible, but so they clickbait the title, but actually read afterwards. Every channel has shirts behind them now. Well, in it. Trendsetter. Seems like FMP seems to affect signings for some reason. Yeah, or Chelsea as well. Rusty Baby. Wow, we are linked with another 6. And what about La Liga not registering? I know, it's crazy, isn't it? That's why. The only room I like is by Fleetwood Mac. Very good. They're open to a switch to West Ham and change their mind after talking to Moyes. No. Wearing a t-shirt, get your kit off the wall. Yeah, just take it off and just leave a spot up there. No naffle, says Wing. So I can see this one happening, as I said, but whether obviously it's not going to happen in time for the Nottingham Forest game. Also, it does sort of put a slight. Who's going to play left back? Who's going to play left back on Thursday? Because Cresswell's out because he's suspended. Do they play Longhello? I don't know. We'll talk about that. That's next Wednesday. Let's get Sunday out of the way first. But I just wanted to give you that little update on that one. Right, in terms of next, let's talk about this guy. Do you remember him? It's like a bad penny, some of these, aren't they? Caleta-Car. Now, the Marseille president, Pablo Longoria, has broken his silence on the future of Duj Caleta-Car. Amid reports the centre-back could be going to West Ham. The 25-year-old Marseille defender could be available for just 8 million quid this summer, according to Foot Mercato. Caleta-Car spoke out after a move to West Ham broke down in January, suggesting he was tired of the constant talk in the media regarding his future. God, aren't we all? Longhello sat down with Foot Mercato and insisted that Marseille are not prepared to lose him on a free transfer next summer. So into that as you move. He basically said Marseille will not have a player at the end of their contract. It is very clear in the club's policy and will speak with the player and the representatives. They obviously lost people like Kamara, a real huge potential for them on a free transfer. Obviously going to Aston Villa, turning down Atletico Madrid because Aston Villa offered them £185,000 a week. Just saying. So that's good news, again, this is like an old penny. It's something that's come back in. I know we've like, where's he gone? So the old Rusty rumour rating on Caleta-Car, bless him, is 5 at 50-50 on this one. What we got here? Chelsea won't loan us any players. We are their rivals. Hopefully, rumour mill has gone. It's kind of gone quiet. Well, it has, but it went a bit busy the last 24 hours. Why is Chris suspended? What have I missed? Well, he was sent off, wasn't he? For what's name? He was sent off for the Frankfurt game, weren't he? So he's banned. Chris was banned. It's got to be Diop. Oh wait, Olo Manders plays left back surely, or Randolph could do a job. Corner we go left back, I reckon. Maybe. Don't want him. If he wanted, he would have signed him already. Has his car passed his MOT yet? Can we play Antonio as left back, or is he just a right back? PMSL. Got sent off. There we go. That's where he is. Thought it was Rice and Moyes. And them as well, lads. No way Chelsea are so worried about us they decide against loaning players. Thursday, I reckon Johnson will play left back. Great shout. Ashby right back. I like that. Any news on nothing on the Borna Souza? As I said, I know Man City bought they've agreed a fee with the Anderlecht left back, and also they're looking at a Brazilian left back from Atletico Mineiro as well. So I think they're out the running, but you never know. We're going to talk about Depay right at the end. I heard Dawson might not. Well, apparently so. Apparently he's got wherever he is. He's not very nice. Bless him. Right, let's move on. Who is next? We'll talk about another defender, Eric Bailly. So apparently, according to the Daily Mail, West Ham have approached Man United with an inquiry about out-of-favour defender Eric Bailly. It reported today that the Red Devils are considering permanent offers for the 28-year-old Ivory Coast centre-back from Marseille and Monaco. It's understood West Ham, Fulham, Sevilla, AC Milan and Roma have all been in contact about Bailly, but have been exploring loan deals rather than permanent deals. Look, he's played bugger all recently in the last sort of 18 months, I'd say. He started really well but struggled with English football, and I don't think we should be touching him with a barge pole, in all honesty. There's a lot of better options out there in my view. Let him go to Marseille and we get Caleta-Car. I don't mind that. The old Rusty Rumour rating, the original Rumour rating, has given this one a 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10 for Eric Bailly. What we got here? G'day, Excel. Hope you're well. Has now confirmed we are talking to Depay. Well, there we go. Want Tierney from Arsenal. That was it. Tierney from Arsenal. That was it they were looking at as well. Would Man sell to us? They seemed reluctant last season. Don't want him either. Get Tompkins back. Possibilities of another midfield. We'll talk about it in a minute. If a sentence starts with according to the Daily Mail, then I kind of switch off. Or hopefully he did switch off. Bailly was good at Real Madrid. I mean, when he started, he was a monster, wasn't he? But it just didn't work on for them, did it? Didn't really work on from there. Right, let's move on. Anyway, and thanks for joining us, mate. Hope you're well. Right, let's move on like Donkey Kong. We're rattling through these today. I want to rattle through these today. Luke Thomas is the next one. According to a report in the Daily Express, we are reigniting our interest to bring Luke Thomas to the London Stadium. That's according to a report in the Express, who claim that following a number of reports linking David Moyes with a view for the Leicester City left-back in recent weeks, the 21-year-old does indeed have a number of admirers in East London. However, the club are yet to firm up any interest of a formal offer as such for the England 21 international. The Guardian reported our interest last month. The Daily Mail claimed it was a region of about 20 million quid. Offer from West Ham would need to put into prize him away from Leicester and the Brendan Rodgers side before the September transfer window closes. I mean, he's a good player. He's a good player. He's capable. He's young. He's 21. They've likened him to being a mirror image of Ben Chilwell. And he scored a number of goals and provided a number of assists before joining Chelsea in a £50 million deal season before last. So, I mean, James Maddison called him a special player and unreal. So, if we do get the next Ben Chilwell, 21, I know he's young at the moment, but he can develop. And Christ, if he stayed with us, he could be our left back for the next 9 years, if he stayed. But it could be a very exciting prospect. But it's all going to come down to money, I think, with him, to be honest. And we sort of need whether he can come in and plug the gap straight away, or would he be Aaron Cresswell's understudy? I don't know. The old Rusty Rumour rating, the original Rumour rating, gives this one 6 out of 10. So I know it's obviously a position we are looking at. Be glad. What was that? Be glad. Sorry. Let me go back up. Be glad when the window is over, turning greys since Cornet. Anything on Nunes? We're going to talk about Nunes in a bit. If Depay played under Moyes at United, we might have a chance, but personally, I'd go for Piquet. I know you could. I know you would. And the other man, and Hossam as well. Thomas Barrett will have kittens. Let's get him. Indeed. Higher paid player. Luke Thomas is rubbish. Can't hold on to the ball, and his crossing sucks, according to who scored. There we go. I'd really love him. So, yeah, juxtapositioning there. Caleta-Car don't want to come. Attila looks a good price. He certainly does. He certainly does. Very good price, I think, for Attila. I really want him, but we'll see what happens. Let's have a look. Hi, Russ. Hope we get at least 3 plus a couple of loans. I hope so too. No new defenders against Forest. Looks like no. It doesn't look like it. If we lose Sunday, confidence will be low both on and off the pitch. I totally agree. Anton was on Door on Tour yesterday, which is one of the Nottingham Forest YouTube channels, and I think it was a really interesting conversation. We're going to get him on our preview as well. He's a nice bloke. Obviously, interesting to get their views on things like Lingard and buying so many players and stuff. Crosshammer's dreading Sunday. I would get Depay in, and he would be our highest paid player. He certainly would be. They'll be up for it. First home game, certainly will be. Hi, GP. Hope you're well. We are rattling through these. Next one is Nunes. People have asked about it. Nunes sort of broke yesterday, late last night, and today. So apparently, according to the Portuguese newspaper Record, West Ham have tabled a formal bid of around 30 million quid, with about 5 million add-ons, to sign Sporting's midfielder Matheus Nunes. The Portuguese newspaper reported in their print edition today that the Irons offered. Sorry, it's a bit more. Sorry, it's 25 million up front with another 4.2 an add-on, so £30 million deal. However, it's understood that Sporting Lisbon aren't happy with West Ham's bid. What a surprise, as they value at the 23-year-old Portuguese international at around £42 million. So about 10 million quid difference. That comes after news yesterday that Liverpool had chosen to walk away from their interest in Nunes when they found out the price tag. They had some budget, they had money aside for Nunes, but it was enough that, you go, that's right, we'll leave it. West Ham swooped in. Now, he is like an Arna, he should be named, is a central midfielder, who can operate as a sort of defensive midfielder, but can also do a bit of box-to-box if need be. He's a little bit older, obviously he's 23 rather than 20, so a little bit more along the line. He'll turn 24 at the end of this month. But he's got more experience, and considering we were looking at spending 35-40 million pounds on Onana, this guy has more experience. We could obviously come in handy for the Irons in terms of being up and running. He's played over 100 times in all competitions for Sporting, won the Portuguese title, and has experience playing in the Champions League and Europa League as well. So again, a sort of just out of nowhere, and to be reporting that their sort of one of the main newspapers in Portugal is a bit strange. Rusty B's going to give this one a 50-50 because I don't really know much about him, but you read up about him, you look at his stats, and you look at what we were considering to look at a Nana for. I think this he probably hasn't got the physicality, but obviously, with the whole what's his name? What was the lad's name? Coming in the chat. What was his name? Come on. Cannavaro. William Cannavaro. Obviously, all the fun with the Sporting Lisbon, the Sporting Lisbon chairman there. I don't think so. Wolves are looking at him as well, apparently. But whether they can stump that up, we've got loads of players linked to us. Does they actually want to play for us? We'll find out. I have a bad feeling nobody's going to sign for us. I think we'll get a couple in, Paul. Don't worry. I would not take Nunes. Definitely not for that crazy. But everyone was going crazy for 40 million for Onana. That's a good price of Nunes, even if we go up to 35. When you look at Jota and Neves, he could well be worth 42 million. What we need to be doing is looking at Europe. He's looking at clubs that we've beaten in the Europa League. Who do you think? Paqueta? Or even we haven't been. Kameda Kameda was a good player. Or what was the other guy? The guy from Genk. The Japanese guy, he was good as well. Support you that like it's official word. If we were massive, everyone would want to sign for us. Can we offer 35 million plus 5 million and some jelly deals? Reading are calling us mid-table. Well, we'll talk about when is the deadline to register to play in Europe? I think they can register. I don't know about the A squad, but the B squad they can register 24 hours before. But I think they have to. They must have already had to do that. I'd imagine already. But you'd probably get then another after the playoff. You'd probably get then re-register for the group stages and then the knockouts. That's usually how it works, isn't it? Tielemans is cheaper, definitely is. People complaining about Depay at the end of the day. We'll be spending $21 million over the next 2 years if we pay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking about. Nunes has played as experience indeed. The guy's class, total magician midfield with Rice Baby and Sujek behind him, with the Aka up front. Loads top goals. Kudo indeed. Iron, says Toby. In the Europa. Ito, that's it. Ito, he's 29, fair enough. Right, anyway, let's move on. He did look good, I thought he did look good. So yeah, we will sort that all out. Let's move on like Donkey Kong. Let's talk about another Portuguese from another Portuguese club. It's a striker, this one. So apparently West Ham are in the hunt, according to 90 Minutes, for Benfica striker Gonzalo Ramos. Admit intense interest from the Premier League. Several Premier League clubs. The Portuguese forward has scored 3 times to start the new season. He's filled in the void left by Darwin Nunes. Obviously went to Liverpool, but could yet follow him to England. Newcastle, Forest have avoided initial talks over a possible move, while the Hammers are joined by Everton, Leeds, Wolves and Crystal Palace as clubs monitoring the situation. Now, obviously, also Paris Saint-Germain, who obviously we found the late bids to take Skamaka off our hands, are interested as well in the 21-year-old, who's going to cost around 30 million quid. After spending 35 million on Skamaka, I think it's highly unlikely that David Moyes would ask to close anything with this guy, to be honest. On a young forward as well. I mean, he's less than 5 million quid cheaper, but he's a lot more, obviously Skamaka's an Italian international and the number 9 and scored 16 goals in Serie A last season. If he's going to go for him, he's got to go for him straight away. But I think our priorities are elsewhere. I mean, he's only scored 17 goals for Benfica in his career, so he must be doing something right to have so many teams after him, or he's got a very good agent, in my opinion. One or the other. The old Rusty Rumour rating, the original Rumour rating, 4 out of 10. Can't see this one happening at all. What have we got here? Fantasy football names incoming. Depay is very good. Sanya, I like the look of him. Yeah, but he's just signed a new extension to 27, which doesn't mean he's not for sale, but it means that it'll cost you a bit more. Depay will be a brilliant signing for us. We'll talk about Depay in a minute. We'll need to turn Nottingham Forest over, get our goal difference back up now. Newcastle, they all want Ramos. Let go to you don't need him at all. Well, you thought also Newcastle, you think they're also trying to get, weren't they? They were trying to get Hugo Etiquette, but he ended up going to PSG. So obviously they're looking for a young forward. So this is probably the man for them, to be honest. Palace have about 6 strikers, don't need anyone. Stay away. Look at Felix, hasn't lived up to the expectation. He certainly has, but Nunes has. Arguably, I think he will do. Forest are going to be gunning for a win. I hope Dawson is back. I don't think he's going to be back, but anyone will see. MLS got a feeling we'll lose to Forest. I don't think we'll lose. I think it'll be a high scoring game though. Good morning. Hope you're well. Yep. Benteke went to America. Fair play to him. Right, let's see what else we're doing. So when we went for Onana, where's the money we were going to use? That's what I mean. So it's about reallocation, surely. If Nunes was good, I think Benfica know their strikers. Well, that's why they got 6-7 million quid out of them, or is it? Apparently the whole Depay is all fake. West Ham insider just said so. It's half of one, 6 of one, half a dozen another. We've got Clarence who's saying, I'm not too sure. X is saying that apparently it is true, so we'll see. Double Depay and Mash. Why are Newcastle copying us? They always copy us. Signed Dunk from Brighton. He's a warrior. Eddie said he's no closer to bringing any players. 3-0 says usual suspect. Surely it'd be right if Depay was on a higher wage than Rice is corrupt if you ask. So it wouldn't be right. Yeah, but it's the same as people with new jobs, though, isn't it? If you're doing the same job as someone else and they've just come in and you've been doing it for 10 years at the same company, they'll be on probably a higher wage than you are. It just is. But then you can obviously go back in and have a word. Depay aren't fake. We'll talk about Depay in 2 seconds. Right, let's talk about another forward that we've been heavily linked with in the last sort of 48 hours, and that is Dieng, Bamba Dieng. So ex-WHU employers claimed that West Ham might consider going back in for Bamba Dieng this summer. There have been reports from 90 Minutes that claim that West Ham are interested in luring him from Marseille to the club this summer. Other Premier League clubs are also interested in his services. It was impressive form for Marseille last year. Played 25 times for the league in Liga, scored 7 goals and 3 assists. He's 22. He can play across the front line, and we've had an interest in him before. Apparently, Marseille are saying he might have to leave to free up the books a little bit. Maybe we haven't made it, but I mean, Moyes might consider him. So. Apparently, he's been called one of the potential bargains of the summer. It's not going to break the bank, around sort of 12 million quid, I've heard. As I said, he can play anywhere across the front three. However, primarily down the middle for Marseille. So he could provide backup for Antonio and Skamaka maybe, but also we are short on options on the wide. So maybe bringing him, we've got Maxwell Cornet coming in now on the left-hand side, Bowen on the right. Those are sort of both the starters, I'd say. If one of them gets a knock or one of them needs a rest, we need some bit of cover there, in my opinion. So it might be a useful squad player, we'll say. The old Russie rumour rating, the original rumour rating, gives this one 6 out of 10. Mate, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Let's see what we've got here. Right. Hard not to think all the rumours are fake at this point. Well, we just do, don't we? We just do, my friends. Honestly, I'd rather a centre-back than sign Depay. We used to play with one striker. I think we'll be fine with 2. Scott will be linked to everyone, and then we sign Hugo, who then sports a tash. Maybe he will then get to see the Bulls. I just want to walk out to the Bulls. If we want to buy players to the next level, we need to pay more. We do. Darmash and Romano are very quiet about West Ham at the moment. They are. Romano said about... Kyrie, I don't know, the PSG striker, defender, that he was the next one to get to leave PSG after they sold a guy to Rennes. Rennes did some good business. They've signed him. They signed Arthur Theatre as well. Obviously using that Aguerd money nicely. And he said he was the next one to leave, with us and Seville both interested. Usual suspects in the house. Hope you're well. Dieng, not the one I would take. He wouldn't expect to play. That one I would take. He wouldn't expect to play first team football. That's what I mean. He would be going in as a squad player. After 10 league games, do you think Moyes will be sacked? No. Alonso going to Barcelona, so they need to offload a lot of players to register new players. I think there are a lot of good opportunities at bagging some La Liga based players. There are indeed. Got to remember, Rice was offered 200 grand a week, turned it down. He then cannot complain he wouldn't complain. Yeah, you're right. Agent has been desperately to link in every club in England for about 18. Bang average, says David. I don't think Dan Ashford needs to copy West Ham. I wish Russ could do this at the London Stadium on the big screen. God, the trouble is these players have to play in a Moyes system. He can't adapt. Can't see any other London club going in for him. We are the only London club that need that position. Attack is the best defence. Closing in on a deal Juventus. Oh my God. Depay, Skamaka, Bowen. Don't forget we've got Cornet as well. Is that tax that high that players are turning down 200 grand a week? Oh dear. Not specifically West Ham, but a London club. Yeah, he was. He's pretty focused on Arsenal, Chelsea. Tail mess at Barcelona. Wouldn't believe a word. Says as they won't even report that Young doesn't want to live in Manchester. Just the usual. He wants Champions League football. Let's move on. Let's talk about the big man. We've got the big man. He's quite small. Well, I'm quite small as well. Let's talk about Memphis Depay. So it broke yesterday that a London club had put in a offer for Depay. And apparently, according to Football Insider, West Ham were that club. As I said yesterday, it emerged an unknown London club had offered him a mega money deal to lure him to the Premier League. Football Insider said it's West Ham who have turned their attention to Depay as they look to recruit a top-class forward. X apparently has reiterated this to say the links are true. I mean, even Claret and Hugh didn't say they're not true. They just said that there's lots of bids going in, and they didn't say Depay wasn't one, but they didn't say Depay was one. So I'm sort of on the fence a little bit. I mean, it could. I mean, we've spoken about sort of, you know, the problems that Barcelona are having. They've signed all these players, but they can't register them because they owe too much money. It could be a masterstroke, given, you know, doing this in terms of Depay's caliber and the possibilities that basically Barcelona could let him go on a free. He's already, you know, Fabrizio Romano was saying that he was in discussion. Depay and his lawyers were in discussion with Barcelona about offering a free transfer out to get him off their books, and we could sign it. I mean, you know, his contract runs until the summer of this year, 2023. Next year. But obviously they're trying to raise funds, lower the wage bill, so they can register the likes of Lewandowski, Rafinha, Conde, Frank Casey, Andreas Christensen as well, amongst others. And they must raise about 85 million quid before Saturday's league opener to register these additions. So they've got to make 85 million quid worth of savings. Now, I know usually wages have been a bit of an issue with us. And he does have interest from other clubs, Juventus particularly, but Juventus have literally just signed Kosic. So you imagine he would sort of occupy maybe a similar type of role, maybe. Do Juventus really need Depay? Possibly, maybe. But I'd say Kosic is probably, you know, it may cover that position. Or Memphis can play up front, but also he can play wide as well. I mean, he scored 13 goals in 36 matches for Barcelona last season. He's got a very, you know, impressive track record at the likes of Lyon, PSV. Not so much at Man United, but obviously for the Dutch side as well, the Dutch national side. He has pace, and it could be... I've given it a 6 out of 10, but actually I'm going to say a 50-50. I'm going to give it a 50-50. Because you just don't know, do you? You just don't know. What we've got here... news outlets. Juventus is the only club. Well, we've said, as X has come out and said it is so as well. So there's contradictions also as well. Cornet play left wing back. I think he'll play slightly higher up if we can. When we don't play back three. Aren't close to Depay at all. They're just talking ages. I'm pretty sure about that. Thumbs up, or you go support Millwall. There we go. GP said it. Bored of Depay now. We only paid 12 in for Vlasic so we have made a profit if they sell him. We have, although I imagine we probably would have to, when all the sanctions stop, I'm sure we would have to pay the rest. I don't know. Depay would be, or delay, or I think we're going to say Depay, would be a great addition according to Scott's rating. It's a 0 star. I don't know why people think it's Chelsea, Arsenal. They're going for him as 200 grand won't be their most paid player, only at West Ham. You're right. I'm just going through, everyone's talking to each other. What are your views on Brewdog? Haven't got any. Can't see us getting more than one player until I can. I think we should get a couple in. Would Depay pass Moyes' MOT? He comes across as pretty big time and caused issues at Man United when he was there. When he was young, that's for sure. But he's gone. You know, he's been at Lyon. He's been at Barcelona, PSV. He's been at several clubs. So I think. Well, we'll see. Won't we? We shall see. It was Van Gaal, but I don't think it was Moyes. Fans will be furious if that happens, indeed. Depay, Bud, essential player. Yeah, fair enough. I know, mate, but that simply isn't enough time. I think we'll get a centre-back and left-back and then 2 lone forwards. They're going to sort out the price of the beer. Apparently they are. Apparently they've back pages of all the newspapers. They're going to take them to court if they don't. And that could be in line for Thursday. Well, I'm wondering whether they sell beer the European games. I don't think they do, but maybe for the rest, maybe for the pies and the soft drinks as well. They hopefully will have it in place for Brighton. They're hoping about. I need to take Martin Breffett, who got massively booed when the other day they did their sort of team announcement. He ran onto the pitch and literally the whole of Nou Camp booed him. which was not nice. The ones out of Arcese and Christensen, who could both go free, they could. 200 match the top basic at Spurs. Depay has failed everywhere else. I guess that's why we want him. Keep him away. 200 grand a week. But we'll see what happens. I mean, it would be probably a similar package, but we would offer him in that he would sort of on a free. So you would offer it sort of signing on fee plus wages. So it maybe equate to 200 grand a week, but maybe his basic would be I don't know. I don't know. But look, we are not ITKs. We just report the news. West Ham get Depay because Juventus sign, so really Depay in that position. We'll be surprised Depay went back to Man United. Are you doing the deadline special? We'll be doing a deadline special. We will do. How close is Depay? Don't know. This close. He's indicating it on his picture. What we got here? Juventus says Depay as a transfer occasion, but they really don't need him. They're going to keep Keane as a backup, and if side costs it, so definitely wouldn't. No, you're totally right. I'm glad it doesn't work at the MOT. We'd all be knackered. It would just take a long time to get your cars. Has just said that we are interested in Depay on a free. There we go. So Jacob Steinberg, who I respect as a journalist, West Ham fan as well, X has said it, and Claret, who didn't even disprove it. So to me, that's I look for three decent sources. If Fabrizio or Darmesh, then yes. I mean, they all reported Onana we'd agreed a fee, which we had, and by all accounts, Onana wanted West Ham more than Everton, but we didn't offer him first team football, which I agree with. You never get someone in and offer them guaranteed first team football, because then they wouldn't try. So then they're going to be picked every game. So or that's against it, or they go, yes, contractually against what they've been agreed. So I totally agree. Look, there's loads of new people in the chat today. As I said, if you're new around here, please give it a like. We've got some really cool stuff coming on. We've got some really, really, really good guests coming up soon. Believe me, some good uns. We're just trying to secure the dates, but they've all agreed. Some ex-players, some celebrity fans, all coming up in the next sort of 6 weeks, 4 or 6 weeks, so please keep an eye out for them. My phone isn't waterproof. Can you all stop crying? Some of the names we've been linked to with what we dreamed about. We are massive. Got to unleash Scarmacker. I hope we do. Looks like this is off to Forest, and apparently he failed the Moyes MOT test. There we go. Meme made for Nunes, very good. His Brian is worth pitiful 12 million euros. That's about 8 million quid. It's a no-brainer. Tournament strikers, you think Italian will start ahead? No, I think Scarmacker will start if he's fit. Be a custard Depay in your face, as always, guys. Very good. If Antonio or Fabianski, I think Fabianski's 90% fit. 90% chance of him being available for selection at Forest. I think Antonio's all right as well, but there's been any news about that. Hi Lee, hope you're well. Would offer us a lot, and the creativity we're missing, and pace. Something we need it. All I can say is, if Antonio and Fab start, I know absolutely nothing about football. Gallagher 35 million on deadline, I would hope so. Well, I think that all depends around who Chelsea get in. If they get De Jong in, then you'd think that would mean that they'd have to, if they're Gallagher's first team chances will be heavily knocked down if they sign Freddie de Jong. They would do. They play a similar position, and with the likes of Kante, with the likes of Jorginho, he's not going to get as much football as if he was at West Ham, at Crystal Palace, at Newcastle potentially. So I could see a number of clubs coming in for him once that deal is done, or that deal is, by all accounts, it looks like it's on the way, but you never know. As I said, Barcelona need to make 85 million quid by Saturday. A lot of players are good in other leagues, but can't handle the Prem. There you are, that's very true. I don't think Gallagher is an upgrade on Dodge, my opinion, but there is. I think he is. I think he offers. He's a different type of player. I think Gallagher can play. You'd play him at 10. I'd play Conor Gallagher at 10. And just dropping in and dropping out, and it gives you a bit more flexibility with the three of them. Depay's a very creative player. We need him. Gallagher is much better than Downs. Where is Depay from? Well, he's a Dutch player, Dutch international, but obviously currently plying his trade at Barcelona. Depay would fit a lot of pieces together in a build-up play. I'm missing piece. He's nippy, isn't he? He's a little nippy, a little nipster. He gets in there loves little 1-2, and he's got that turn acceleration which just breaks you away. A lot of times we pass the players who are heavily marked or are chased down straight away, and I think having a little bit of pace in that midfield or in the more attacking sense would definitely go a little bit nice. Barcelona will liquidate. Well, definitely liquidate, but they can't register players. Should go for Hossam or Paquette. You are Senegal. You are talking Brian's language. I hope Moyes starts Variola. I think it's affecting his confidence, but an old man is being picked ahead of him. The problem with Depay would only be his desire to play Champions League. Chelsea sign Aubameyang. Barcelona won't let him go. Barcelona needs to get rid of players. They need to get rid of players. So yeah, I think one will go out. You're probably right. I think Aubameyang or Depay will go, but I think De Jong's gone already, so that's what I reckon. Depay with Rice will be a massive upgrade going forward. I had a few beers last night from the offie. The prices are a liberty. There we go. Barcelona will liquidate, and some will buy him cheap. We're never going to meet his wage demands. I mean, you look at what we've been offering players, who are a lot smaller than in terms of their experience. He's a better side than Lingard, considering he's been playing compared to Lingard. He's been playing a lot of games. He's fast as well. As I said, that's the current list we're up to. It's been updated with the latest rumours. So that's 100, 150, 153, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think it's 167 players we've been linked to so far this year. This transfer window. Guys, don't forget Depay was once at Man United. He might like to come back to the Premier League. A lot of these players leave and they want to come back. They feel like they've got unfinished business. So who knows? As I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, become a channel member. And so we've got loads of stuff coming up. We've got the Hammers headlines tonight, which will be focusing around the Moyes press conference. Anton will be doing that. This weekend we'll also have Holly's latest show. Next episode of Tweet All About It. Check her out on Halsey on Twitter, and tag all your tweets. West Ham tweets you might get included in the next show. Then we've got the preview tomorrow with a new Nottingham Forest fan and anyway, something Junior Hammers, International Hammers, all that type of stuff that Anton does. And then we've got the watch along on Sunday as well, which will be fun, which I'm looking forward to as always. Barcelona signed players without being able to play them in major trouble. They are. That's what I mean. They need to make apparently £85 million worth of savings by tomorrow in order to register all their players. What are the odds that Moyes has already heard sign someone or the ITK? Quite possibly. We've seen a lot of those things go completely under the radar. Flynn Downs was one as well. That was out of nowhere, and it was like bang, we're signing him. Same thing with even like Mark Warburton coming in. No one got that. Just seen a warning on Facebook. Do not wear the away shirt to the City ground. You may end up on the bench. Wage on a problem, I think, was our decision. Definitely not a lack of resources. You're right. I think it was I think wages. I think also, but as I said, Tommy, it's like apparently West Ham was his choice, but we didn't offer him for guaranteed first team football, which I totally agree with. Still a lot of good players. There is a lot of good players still on that list. Barcelona just sold shares to get more money. They would do. One player. Well, we haven't actually been officially linked with Hossam yet. As soon as we are, we'll be on there. Depay going Spurs. I definitely need him. Tank Scott. Barcelona already believe they will bring back Messi. Wow. Thanks, Russ. I was about to leave anyway. It's not called Different Day for nothing. Ludders, come on. We have not bid for all these players. Don't be ridiculous. We have not bid for all these players at all. And I say, I reckon a 10th. If that. And we've signed 1, 2, 3. We've signed 6. So, the likes of Onana. Some of the others we probably had. And there's a difference between inquiry and actually making a bid as well. So a lot of these players, I reckon I've got to change that because Kamara needs to go to red. That's because I've moved him. But But yeah, so there's a lot. So for me, I think that just shows how ridiculous the transfer window is, in my opinion. How ridiculous it is. And but we enjoy it. I enjoy it. I know some people hate it, but I really like it. I like it because I think because particularly during not so much now, but during the off season, I like talking about West Ham. I like talking about what's going on, who we could we get him, who we maybe not, who knows. So yeah, it's I know it frustrates a lot of people, and a lot of people go, "Oh, we can't sign anyone." We ain't put a bid in for a fifth of these players, at least 4/5 we haven't put a bid in for. I guarantee. And there'll be 5 more when I get off the line. That's off the line. Anyway, as I said, if you're new, Randy, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. As I said, we'll be back. Anton will be doing the Hammers headlines at 5 o'clock tonight, talking about Dave Moyes' press conference. We'll have Holly's show coming up tomorrow. We'll have the preview tomorrow night, and then we'll have the watch along on Sunday. If anyone is new around here, hit that join button or hit the subscribe button. It's free. If it's red, it means you're not subscribed. Hit it. It goes grey. It means you're subscribed. Hit the bell notification. Just don't miss any content, any interviews we have of ex-players or celebrity fans or anyone or any of our content. You don't miss any of it by hitting the bell notification. If you really want to support the channel, hit the join button and become a channel member. You get entered into weekly draws. And monthly memorabilia draws as well. And we'll be doing one on Sunday for the watch along. For the weekly draw. And that's it, my friends. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Stay warm. You don't have to worry about staying warm. Stay healthy. Stay hydrated. Plenty of water today, guys. Congratulations. Another week we've almost done. It's going to be a scorcher at the weekend. And hopefully we'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care, my friends. Ciao for now.
It's like a family tree, all of you.